Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Happy Friday, shoalmates, and welcome to Foxie A.M. Thank you for joining me this morning. We have a very special guest for you guys, but she is running a little bit late. She'll be along shortly, so bear with us. We bring the hot mess wherever we go. You know how it goes. But I hope you guys are waking up well this morning. I hope you have your favorite beverage of choice for this morning. I'm having some coffee. It is coffee, but Shane always makes you question that now because I put milk in my coffee and he picks on me for it. But I hope you guys are doing well this morning. And good morning and happy Friday to Fijon Tank Dicks. Aquarium Daily says good morning or morning wherever, or good afternoon or morning wherever you are. Empire of Dirt Aquatics, Jeff Kane, good morning. Uncle Smiley, hello, happy Friday. Scotty says, we want Jodi. She'll be along shortly, Scotty. Good morning to you and the boys. Your fur children, did they keep you up all night again? Red Laser, good morning. Happy Friday. He says, greetings, Foxy, and all the little fishies. Good morning. Kyle, good morning. Happy Friday to you. Says, oh, snap, Jodi. Hey, Foxy. Good morning, Kyle. Geek Boy, good morning. Steven says, I went to bed at 5 a.m., but I'm up. You know what, Steven? Then you deserve something special. If our guest is ready, she just popped in. I'll bring her up. Good morning, Jodi P.
Good morning. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fantastic.
All right.
You can hear me good as well?
Yeah.
Okay. How are you doing this morning?
So nervous. It's really toasty.
Please don't be nervous. Like, you look super bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I literally just rolled out of bed. I brushed my hair for you this morning.
I showered for you.
Yay! See? Progress. So please don't feel nervous. It's just a morning wake-up stream, just chit-chatting. Still saying hello to everyone in chat. Noelle Brugger, good morning. She says, I actually get Friday off, so happy to be able to join. Well, happy to have you here. Thank you for joining us this morning. Jenna P is here. No Friday meeting today. Woohoo! Which means I don't have to do this, but I'm going to anyway. So good morning, Jenna, because she can hear us today. Normally, she's on mute for her Friday morning meetings.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm slowly learning sign language so Jenna can follow along. So how is your day starting off today?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. I can't complain. A little chilly, but not too bad.
Little chilly? It is 10
Yeah,
degrees here.
It is 13 here. You got me beat.
Yeah, so we're in the same range. We got a little bit of snow overnight. It says it's 10, but it probably feels in the negative, so with a little bit of wind.
Yeah, the same here. Feels like -1, I think.
Ew, that's not my type of weather.
No, I'm ready for summer already.
So I heard on Jesse's stream that you've been keeping tanks for about 10 months now. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yep. We started in February. It all started with my daughter wanted a hamster, and we told her no because we have several animals that would love to eat it. So she says, well, how about a fish then? And we said, okay, we can go look at a fish. And ended up starting with the poor advice from a PetSmart employee and getting the tank, the fish, and everything on the same day. Lost a beta. and then kind of started over, and it kind of spiraled from there. I found out that I really like this, and once one of the guppies had babies, we got another tank for that. Then we decided we wanted a planted tank for us, and then we ended up with several tanks.
That's how it happens. The addiction is real. But I
Yes.
started out very similar to you when I was fostering some children. They really, really wanted a fish. And although I grew up with my parents keeping fish, I really didn't know what I was doing because, you know, I just watched them do whatever. And they did it 70s style. So, you know, take all the decorations and all the gravel out of the bottom once a week and wash it all in the sink with soap and water and scrub everything down and then put everything back in and then add the fish and then the fish would die. So I grew up watching. So I tried not to do that. I tried to read up about them a little bit online beforehand, and I got a small tank, and I had, oh goodness, I think it was a betta and a giant mystery snail in it. And the betta was doing good, but the mystery snails I had to keep replacing every week. I didn't understand why, and I couldn't let the kids see that, you know, I didn't want them to see my failure. So I would just go get a new snail when they would go to school. So what I learned from that, because then eventually, like, and within 2 months, the betta passed as well. I learned that where I lived with my parents, they had well water, and where I was living then, I had town water, so I had chlorine in it. And I did not know that you needed to chlorinate her, so that was my issue then. So it took a while to research and figure out how to keep aquariums and not kill everything. And I did. I started with 1, and now we are at 61. So I can understand it. It can ramp up really fast.
It does. It does. I think we have a total of 40 right now.
Nice. Mine, you're not even almost a full year in.
Almost.
Almost. So what are your plans going forward for this year? Do you plan on expanding? Do you plan on organizing? Do you want to have like a certain task like breeding or?
Well, probably a little bit of everything. I'd like to, you know, get into something more than just live bearers and hill streams. Maybe try some egg scatters this year. As far as expanding, I think I'll kind of hold off on that for a little bit, maybe towards the middle of the year. Organizing is a must. We were just starting to do that these past few days, and get because the fish room is kind of a storage room / fish room. So we just reorganized. So it's, you know, a definite separation between the two. And then we can start putting up some walls and make it look like a room of its own.
Mm-hmm. For us, we never plan on expanding. But, you know, when you get a new fish, you tend to need a couple tanks for their babies if they do well for you. And that's what's been happening. So when we spawn our fish, we tend to have like 2 to 3 tanks of their fry. So we've been bulking out a lot of tanks, and I know we need more. But I think we're going to focus on organizing this year, because we have a whole other building that we're going to be expanding into. The house is pretty much full. It's okay. There's usually a baby in the background, a dog running around, cats are fighting.
I think my cat's about to puke. So.
It's okay. It's morning hairballs with Mom.
Yeah.
And also, good morning to Geek Boy, Mexicali Fish Keeper, Monster Fish Gal, Salient Aquatics. I am like 6 minutes behind in chat. Noelle says, good morning, Jodi P. Don't be nervous. It's a chat full of people that appreciate you. And she's exactly
well, thank you. I can't see chat, by the way. I've got this up on my phone.
Oh, there is an option where you should be able to, on the side, it'll say connect to chat. If you click that button, you'll be able to read it. But otherwise, I'll pop up any questions that people ask.
I might just let you do it so I don't mess it up.
No worries. Sometimes you don't want to hit the buttons.
I don't see that button available to me. I just see you're in the show. Everyone can see and hear you.
Oh, that's weird. On the right side, there's usually a box where it says connected to chat, but that's weird. Maybe it's different for different devices.
That could be.
And good morning, JT Keeping Fish. Thank you for joining us. Kyle says, I like a lot of chili. Now, is that chili rasboras, Kyle? Shady Grady says, good morning. I'm a little behind the chat, so I'm just trying to catch up here.
Gotcha. Good morning, Shady.
Scotty said, I want babies and got cats instead.
There's nothing wrong with cats.
Yeah, cats are your babies. Gracie's down here laying on the heater vent. But there's always a cat nearby. That way the spiders stay farther away.
Mine won't go after them.
No, your cats don't attack spiders?
Mm-mm.
Mine play with them. Like, yay, a friend. And then Shane's like, ooh, dinner. So the cats will play with the spiders. The dog eats them. Except the wolf spiders. If we get any of those, we will take care of those because we don't want them.
There's been a few times I've been ready to burn the house down.
Yeah, right. Especially for those things when it's like fall and everything's getting cooled down and they're like this big. They're like this big here. People are like, wolf spiders aren't a problem. Like, oh, Wisconsin wolf spiders are on steroids or something.
Yes.
They're huge.
Yes.
They're furry. They click when they run. I don't. Oh, that's a beautiful kitty.
This is Ralph.
Oh my goodness, Ralph, look at your milk mustache.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it.
And his little big polydactyl paws.
Oh, he is beautiful. He is beautiful.
He's our biggest baby. His main goal in life is to put all of him on any of you.
Sounds like a great cat.
He is.
Steven says, look at that big old tank. Looking forward to seeing it hooked up to CO2.
Me too, Steven.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, that's all.
So you are planning to add CO2 to that one?
Yeah, I think Kelly and Steven got me on that.
That's easy to do. I've played with CO2 a little bit, but like the DIY version of it, before I moved to Wisconsin, I'm originally from PA. I've been here about almost 4 years already.
Wow.
It's crazy to think. Still not used to the time zone. But I played with, what was it? Boost Plants had it. And it was like a DIY CO2. And I tried that in one of the smaller tanks for a little bit. And it was a pretty cool because in PA I had really high KH. And that helped my plants do a little bit better. But here, you don't really need that because we keep mostly utility type tanks. So if I plant a tank or two, it's not going to stay that way very long. So we don't really do with the CO2. But one day, when I have a little corner on my own, so I can have a bigger fancy tank, I'd like to try the proper CO2 way, because there's some beautiful plants I'd love to keep that I know I can't keep with just my normal water.
Yeah, we have pretty moderately high KH here too. Our GH and KH are both 15, or at least that's what the test says.
That's almost solid.
Yeah, like rocks.
And good morning, Nano. Thank you for joining us. Kyle says it all starts with a betta. Famous words from so many fish keepers.
Yeah,
that is true. That is very true. Good morning, Michael, Long Family Shoal. Thank you for joining us. And Steven says he's barely conscious. So what type of fish, egg scatterers, are you thinking about for this year? What is tickling your fancy at the moment?
I haven't quite decided yet. Maybe some cherry barbs for fun. I don't know. There's a lot of thought to put in. There's so many fish that I don't even know exist.
And that's part of the problem. The more you find out, the more tanks you collect because those fish you collect.
Yeah. I am partial to live bears though, so I'll probably always have some of those going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had live bears for a long time. I think the only live bears we currently have are the guppies that I have for Duke's tank. So like we let those breed and we put the nicely colored ones in the Duke's tank, and he has his own like guppy breeding project. But he recently added a female in there, and she finds the guppies extra delicious. So she's nulls down the colony a lot. So we're trying to bring it back up. So we have those as live bears, but otherwise everything else is either an egg placer or an egg scatter. I think cherry barbs would do awesome for you. I really think you'd like the rasboras. There's so many awesome rasboras.
I do have the green cubitais here.
Oh, do
already.
you?
Yeah.
Those can be a little tricky to get to spawn at first, but once you figure out their go season, because they go every so often, it's magical to have a tank of just hundreds of them. Those are probably one of my most favorite rasboras is the cubitais.
They're so pretty. I love green and blue are my favorite colors. Really partial to blue fish. I do like my mollies though. We started off with some from our local store here and lost both the mom and dad.
Aww.
But there were 3 little babies left over that they didn't eat. And so we have 2 that look like twins, and they're kind of like the gold dust, half speckled orange on the front, a little black on the back, and then 1 itty bitty black male. They were all born the same day, all the same time. He is dinky. He's barely a quarter of the size of the other 2.
Oh, so he's the tiny Tim.
Yep, he is Tiny Tim.
Sometimes we get tiny Tims in the pack too that just tend to stay a little smaller. So we put those in our Island of Misfit Fish tank, and they live forever with us. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone's born unique.
Absolutely.
Everyone is deserving of love. And hello, welcome into the Aquascapes. Thank you for joining us. I'm trying to catch up a chat because I know there's some questions down here, and I'm like 9 minutes behind. Sorry. Good morning, DJ. Jim's Fish. Steven said, OMG, the floof. So that was holding the cat.
Yeah, he is my floof. Big time.
Aquatic Moose asked, dude, who made that stand behind Jodi?
We did. It's not done, but my husband and I built it, and we just got to get a surround on it. And there's actually, on either side of the tank, we're supporting columns for the front entry of the house here. And so we have to build a new shroud column for it.
And
baby steps.
Yes, exactly. As long as you don't try to rush into things, it's because you give yourself some time to think it through.
Yeah, I'm really not good at that. I just dive all the way in.
I'm not either. I have Brian for that. He's like, wait, slow down. Let's think.
I always say my husband's a reasonable one. I'd have tanks everywhere if I could.
He's the tether to my balloon. Otherwise, I would just float away. Him and Dee keep me grounded. Aquatic Mood. Okay, I read that one. Sorry. Anna says Monopoly cat with that mustache. I know.
We call him the Monopoly man sometimes.
Yeah, he little monocle. Jen Yu says my Frankie says hello to Ralph. If you have
hi,
Jen
Frankie.
on Facebook, so very close to how Ralph looks. So very close. They could be brothers.
Yeah.
Salient says, I want to know how Foxy talked my Jodi P into getting on screen. Jodi P and I are going to have a meeting on Discord after this.
Well, she's kind of a charmer. It's hard to say no.
I just asked. You popped her cherry, made her more comfortable. And then she came over here. So thank you for that, Jesse. Because I saw you on his channel. I was like, I didn't know Jodi P did this. I would have asked you.
I didn't either. I still don't know what really possessed me to hop up on screen that day. So I just know I was getting really frustrated with my phone because somehow there was like a camera mirroring on. So every time I went one way, the picture went the other, and I was shaking the whole time.
Yeah, that's what
But now I got a
happens.
tripod.
Yay! Yay! As
So I don't
you
have to
go,
hold it.
like, okay, what will make my life a little easier? I think we are up to 1, 2, 3, we have 4 tripods. I have this little stand that's meant for a tablet, but I use it for what is this? The computer camera. But sometimes I come up on like one phone and then I'll have the other one pointed at another thing or the digital microscope. So you get invested. And recently got a ring light because I was looking a little dark over here. So
I am not tech savvy at all.
I am
so
not either.
I'm working off my phone.
That's what I mostly do, like for editing, making videos and stuff. I do the phone, but live streaming stuff, it's all on the tower computer. So like I have your beautiful face on a 40-inch screen on my wall right now. That's why I keep looking up here. So I see you.
Well, I'm looking up at my little 5-inch screen here. So.
Well, you're only a year in. At year 4, maybe you'll be at 40 inches.
maybe. We'll see.
Christopher Junkin, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Aquatic Moose says green brings out my eyes. Green is a good color for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Geek is saying, I need to figure out how to get my gold rings to spawn. I have not had the gold rings, but if they're similar to the spawning behavior of all the other Danios, such as like the choprays, we do the false bottom with the mesh net, and we just play musical tanks with them. And in a few days, their babies start to hatch out. That's been our best success. And then we'll put them back after like 3 attempts to fatten them back up, give them a rest, see what hatches out, and run them again after that if we need to. But they think their eggs are delicious and nutritious, and they'll eat them as fast as they can, and their fry are just as delicious. So it's best to try to like spawn them and move them if you actually want to get some numbers from them. And that's how we do with our egg scatterers. So if you want to make more of yours, Jodi, I highly recommend that as well for the false bottom mesh net. Okay. That's like a crafting mesh. That's how we kubotes. We just put that mesh on the bottom. We like make a little box so they can't get under it, but it's raised up enough off the ground so they can't like pick the eggs through it. And we put some like sponsor tang or some moss on top of that. And then they just do their little thing and the moss and the eggs fall through it. And then in a few days, we remove them. Kubotes, we remove them in 2 to 3 days because they're fast hatchers. And then we see what hatches out. So I think it's fun playing with the egg scatterers. We have a lot better success. We have bigger numbers. And it's just fun to find all the eggs.
Oh, I bet.
So
I'd love to be able to see like the hill stream eggs, but you never see those. You just see a little 1/8-inch long baby if you're lucky at first.
Yeah, you and Zenny. I am so jealous of that. I've had hill streams several times and I've never gotten them to spawn. They usually like die off on me. And again, Zenny sent me 10 this year when we went to move them from the QT tank where they were in there for like 4 months fine to their home. There was 2 left and it wasn't a Zen thing. It was a me thing. They were there and then they weren't because it wasn't the first time it's happened. So I don't know if hill streams like our house, but Borneo lodges do. But hill streams, as badly as I want those flappy flaps, they don't do well. So I'm afraid for Zenny sending me more in the spring because I'm like still mourning the other 8.
Oh.
I get very attached to my fish.
I do too.
And I should give you guys an update on the baby axolotls. We had 1 more hatch out overnight from the original 6. So we have 5 fully hatched, and we have 1 more little baby in its bubble still sitting there waiting. Can you imagine if I was still live streaming that egg hatch?
Well, I'd probably still be watching.
We would be interviewing you on the Egg Watch.
Absolutely.
Oh, goodness. Steven's getting Outlook. He says, who's getting Outlook emails and triggering my work anxiety? Or is that my computer? Okay, I am so far behind in chat. I'm so sorry. Steven says the best way to ease into hobby is with unreasonable obsession.
Check.
And
Done.
Just keep going. Just keep swimming. Just
Mm-hmm.
Passing winds. Good morning, boots and cats and boots and cats. Good morning. You got a slow jam this morning.
So maybe next time I'll have. Oh, hey, there's a chat button.
Oh, it popped up.
Found it. Maybe. Sorry.
And Geek says it's impossible to say no to Roxy. I actually asked him. He was
I was wrong.
He popped his cherry on our live stream as well. His first time ever up on YouTube was on, I believe it was Hot Mess Express with Mary and I forever ago. That was a pre-DD interview. Popped what? So besides the egg scatterers, are there any other fishies that you're looking to get into for this year? Like maybe some catfishes or?
Oh, I would love to get into some cories. I have orange Venezuelans right now and the albino longfin Aeneas, but neither of them are mature enough for spawning. And then I don't know. There's so many. There's so many. I'd probably get all the cories if I could.
Right? Cory addiction is real.
It is. They are so fun to watch. They're probably my second favorite as far as antics and behavior.
Yeah.
They're out all the time.
That's probably one of my favorite things is like, especially like when you feed them and they all just like swarm out and they're like all over the food like crazy. Their little faces. I just love their little faces. And they wink at you. Love that. And if you sit and watch them long enough, you will see them fart. Cory's fart.
Oh my gosh, I'll have to do that. I love putting like the tube effects worms, those little freeze-dried cubes on the glass, because the cories just come up and beat everybody out of the way for them.
Yeah.
It is fun.
Yeah, they can be little fighters, or when they take the wafer and they're just like soccer balling it all over the tank. I absolutely love it. It's just cute. So what do you think your next type of cory is that you would like to get? Have you done any research on your next obsessive collection?
Well, the Equus has been on my wish list forever, but it sounds like that's just going to be more of a you're going to look at it project instead of a breed it project. We'll wait and see what Dean does and see if he'll share any of his secrets on how to get those suckers to breed.
Yeah.
But Sturbies are another one that I've been looking at. The Schwartz Eye, those ones are really neat. But I'd want a tank that doesn't have a black bottom substrate for them, so they probably wouldn't go in the tank behind me.
Those are some really good things. Love the Sturbies. They're very cute. What is it? Is it the Kanakis? When they're babies, they look very similar to the Sturbies because they have the orange fins as well. But they have like a Triliniatis pattern body without the stripes. It's more the spots. Those are cute. I think you would like those. I really think you would love long fin panda cories. Those and your daughter. Those are like cuteness overload. They one of the smaller cories. They're not like a pygmy cory. They're a little bit bigger than that, but they stay like 1.5 to 2 inches. Their tails are super long, and when sometimes the boys' tails will actually, when they get older, they'll form into a little heart. And I think So cute. And they get the little pillows underneath their eyes because they like to dig in the sand, and that's protection for their eyes. So they have these little fancy poofs, I call them, on their face. And I really think you and your daughter would absolutely love those. They're just so cute. And good morning. Welcome in, Branch. He says, Foxie, Jodi.
Hello.
And Christopher says, all my blue galaris are now producing eggs except for the otter eye. I hope I said that right. Oteri locality, because they are too young. I need to start collecting eggs to ship to my friends or something. Yes, collect those eggs, spread them out, keep those species alive.
I need to condition my blue galaris a little bit more, I think. I'm not getting fertile eggs.
No.
Or are they just fungus over?
It's possible that your female's ready, but your males still might be a little bit behind, but conditioning will help. And I will always recommend baby brine shrimp. Live foods, any kind of live foods seem to do the best for conditioning. And welcome in. Good morning, Stan Pittman. Thank you for joining us. Happy Friday to you. Let's see. Geek says, I just printed Lowell's auto egg. I can't read at the moment. Auto egg collector last night. I need to redo the uplift tube before I can use it though. That's really cool. Oh my goodness. Let me know.
That is really cool.
And good morning, Aquarium Fantasy. Henry, thank you for joining us. Brandon says, how's Jodi hanging in there on the big screen?
Sweating.
She looks a little sweaty, but she's not doing too bad.
I don't get out much. This is the most adult interaction I've had in a while.
It's okay, because if I'm not talking to Brian, it's usually Lily.
Mm-hmm.
Texting with you so much lately, like
I know.
Between you and Dee Dee, this is the most adult interaction I've been getting lately. So yes, I totally get it. And I feel the need, where's the sippy cup diaper change need to be done?
Yeah, I guess, for us, it's always we're working. It's always busy. Yesterday was a long day.
Yeah.
A little bit of snow, a lot of snow moving.
Little bit, yeah. So I know you have a bunch of things that you guys do besides the fish, and one of them is landscaping.
Yeah, I do. It's not so much landscaping as it is just maintenance, yard maintenance. I do all the mowing for our storage facilities, and I also mow the 10 acres at the local gun range, and then our 5 acres. So there's, between all of it, somewhere around 22 acres that I take care of, which it's a lot of mowing in a week.
Yeah, that's a lot of grass.
Yeah. Last year we actually had rain for once, so it was a lot of mowing. The year before I could get away with only going to the gun range maybe, twice a month because it just wasn't growing. It was so dry. But this past year was a little bit more. Otherwise we do snow removal in the wintertime, and we've got 3 facilities. So there's 1,500 units. And I was really excited when I did not have to do the last 600 doors last night. It was great.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. And then we take care of a couple old ladies in town who don't have anybody to do their driveways. And then I do my mom's. And if we get to it before, my brother-in-law will do my husband's parents too. Yeah,
that's what Brian does. He has, I don't know, it's a big ass truck with a big ass plow on it, and that's about all I can describe about it. But because we have so much road here from the road to the drive, the house, and the big loop around. So he plows all of that, and then he goes out and plows all the friends, all of the family. Make sure that daughter can get out of her parking lot at her apartment, because I like to plow her in there. So dad goes and rescues her too. So he goes around and does the same thing.
Yeah.
And I have not gone on a ride with them because I am too short to get up in that truck. I've never been in get up in it.
We didn't have our blades on our trucks. We weren't expecting the snow. So I had to use a smaller, it's a Kubota. It's just a little 2-door diesel machine, and it's pretty cute with a little blade on it. Goes a whopping like 22 miles an hour, but it can sure move some snow.
Well, that's the whole point of it, right? So
yeah,
it's functional for that. Good morning, Lucy. I'm not sure if I said hello to you, but excuse me, hiccup. Double hello never hurts. All right, I think everyone's saying hello because I'm almost caught up. Almost. Salient says, Jodi P, any plans to get big fish and be on the good guys team?
Probably the biggest thing I'm interested in right now is angels. I know Cheryl's been working on her angels and hoping she has good luck and hope to get some from her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And be on the good guys team. So you're only on the good guys team if you got big fish, Jesse. I think that's a little fishist there.
That's okay. I'm not ready for all the big fish yet. Maybe someday.
Mostly, like, I only have mostly tiny fish.
The biggest thing I have right now is probably just the turquoise rainbows, and even they're not full grown yet.
But when they do, wow, they get chunky. And there's nothing. Well, there are. I have to say, but they're on like top tier, just beautiful when they're in their full glory, big beefy balloon bodies with their tiny little faces. People think that little pinched face is ugly, but when you see it in person, they look like fancy little fish. You're like, we're so fancy, and then poof, here's all my food. I love it. Especially, I think one of my most favorite rainbows right now is the Kamaka rainbow fish, because they have that beautiful blue coloration. And when the males are in their prime, they are so stunning, and I love how they strut, and it's just so awesome.
I like these turquoise. They always seem to be fired up, so it's nice.
Yeah,
they're fun to watch. They're fun to look at. They are fun to feed. It is. You almost don't even get the food in the water before they're after it.
Yeah, they're like meeting you halfway up.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Those are good rainbows. Some rainbows can be a little skitsy. I've noticed our Pop-on Creeks are a little bit skitsy, but I brought them in the room to socialize them a little bit more because they're in the other room where I don't go out and hang out with them as much. So they're in here. They're getting a little more comfortable. But mostly all the other rainbows, like I love playing with them because they're like water puppies. You put your finger on the glass. They're following it back and forth. I'll play with them with the laser pointer sometimes for interaction. And yeah, like you said, they'll like come and meet your hand at the top of the water for their food.
Mine usually follow me around the tank. If I walk into the room, the fish know who feeds them. So they're all to the front.
And that's another thing. If you're ever like busy doing something in the fish room and you look over, your rainbows will be watching you, even if they're down in the corner tucked in, and because they can barely see you because you're underneath. They're gonna break an eyeball trying to see what you're doing down there. And good morning, Mousy. Welcome and thank you for joining us. But we are 8 minutes over member video, so I'm gonna go ahead and play that way. You can go and take a break for a moment. And it is 4 minutes long today because we are at 215 members to the channel. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. That's the most members I've ever had to this channel, guys. You are beyond incredibly generous. Thank you so very much for all of your love and support. And I hope you're ready to dance because it's going to be a little dancey today. Where are my videos? There they are. And it's down here. So thank you so very much for all of your love and support. All 215 of you. And I hope you're ready to dance because here we go.
Underwater queen, Foxy swimming majestic, grateful for the show, feelings of drink, seaweed crown, got the whole squad flexing, life aquatic, every day a blessing, bubble dance parties, grooving on the reef, shoalmates by my side, ain't no disbelief, fish felt tight, tighter than the clams, grip echoes above through the ocean we drip. Foxy shower, thank you, colors in the tide, merry mermaid splashing, happiness ain't just implied, grateful for my shoalmates, swimming gleaming, true tones glowing, hearts all aligned. Unity deep like the stars in the brine. Grab on the rhythm, starfish applause. Foxy moving show, overdriven just because. Everything flick, gratitude emotion. Oceanic love, deeper than the ocean. Foxy shout, thank you, colors in the tide. Merry memories splashing, happiness ain't just a ride. Grateful for my shoalmates, swimming side by side. Tidal wave of joy, in the ocean we reside.
Foxy the mermaid, swimming free with her shoalmates in the deep blue sea. Together we sparkle, together we glow. Grateful for my friends, letting love show. Shoalmates gather, dancing in a whirl. Underwater magic in a coral swirl. Every fish and dolphin joining in the fun. Thankful for the laughter under the sun. Thank you, shoalmates. Underwater family can't replicate. Thank you, my dear friends. Together forever, the love never ends. Foxy's heart is happy, joy she can't hide. Colors of the ocean, vibrant and true. Shoalmates by your side, always in view. Shoalmates, shoalmates, in the deep. Treasure these moments, memories we keep. Love and laughter all around in the ocean's heart, joy is found. Thank you, shoalmates. Underwater family can't replicate. Thank you, my dear friends. Together forever, the love never ends. Thank you, oh yeah. Treasure these moments, memories we keep. Ooh, yeah. Love and laughter all around. In the ocean's heart, joy is found. Thank you, shoalmates. Underwater family can't replicate. Thank you, my dear friends. Together forever, the love never ends.
– 215 members. Oh my goodness, guys. Thank you so very much for all your love and support to the channel. Greatly appreciate every single one of you. And we're both back with animals.
Needed some cuddles.
Same with Gracie. She's really into the wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man and getting her belly rubbed.
Oh, yes.
But I was able to catch up with chat while the song was playing. So I had some questions that I missed because I'm horrible as a live stream host. So the first thing I see is Branton said, Jodi, did they reschedule the game so you can meet me and Kyle at Quad City?
No, unfortunately not. It's still going.
Aww. But we are going next April 6th, which is Brian's birthday. So if you can make the April one, that would be awesome. Because we're gonna
it's also Addie's birthday.
Yes, because I think we're either, I'm not sure if we're gonna go the night before. We should go out that day since it's his birthday after the swap, like go for dinner or something, all of us. Because I know Shane's Tanks and Bowls will be there. Usually Sketty is able to make it down as well. And April's the first warm day there. So it's the busiest one for Quad Cities.
Okay.
So
I've never been to the Quad Cities swap before. We wanted to go a few times, but Addie's games are always on Sundays right now. So we're waiting for basketball season to be over.
yeah, it's so much fun. There's so many vendors there. Everyone is super sweet. So many things to choose from fish, plants, hardscape, shrimpies, a lot of knowledgeable people. So many different axolotls. I love seeing everybody's axolotls there. There's crafts as well. Westlake Aquatics is the one that runs it, and they have a huge booth at the top. They open the doors at noon. It's only Sunday from noon to 4. And there's usually about 2,000 to 2,500 people in attendance. So
Wow.
it gets crazy. It's like Black Friday when they first open the doors, and 2 hours later it starts calming down, and mostly everyone's sold out of everything. So, but it's a lot of fun. So if you can make it out, definitely make it out.
I would love to. I think somebody needs to talk them into doing a 2-day swap.
Right? They'd probably be really good with that. But I know because a lot of people do travel for that. There are some close, but there's some people that come up even from like Florida for every single Quad City. So they made it a 2-day event. They can probably cut their amount of times they do it throughout the year, and they could probably attract more people from farther away. But currently, it's the nation's largest fish swap. So
Wow.
it's definitely worth checking out at least once if you get a chance.
Absolutely.
And Scotty said, sounds like a Kubota RTV 900 or 1100.
It's plausible. I'd have to go out and look at it to see which one of those it is.
Yeah.
I'd like to say the 1100, but I'm not certain.
And Jesse says, Jodi P be like, mows 2 lawns, welds the frame of a car, does 16 water changes, helps the seniors, comes back, makes dinner, and still gets on YouTube. You others, I don't have time to make a video. But I don't have time to make a video, Jesse. Oh, goodness. Steven says that big tank would look gorgeous, full of angels, but even better with rainbows.
Well, I'd like to add some Cali Tawas to that tank too.
I think we have those. We have so many. We collected so many rainbows in a short amount of time that I can't keep them all straight. So no, we have the Aves Creek Bosemani, we have the Rosario LaCour Bosemani, we have the Poppin Creek, the Ceres Creek, the Blythe, the Papau. I want to say we have the Kali Tawa. I think those are the ones Kelly sent Brian for his birthday. And I think we're missing a couple, but I can't keep them straight. There's so many. There is so many. But the Kali Tawa are absolutely gorgeous. I think you'd love them. Very colorful.
Me too.
And our lobster's here. Good morning, lobster. Thank you for joining us. Happy Friday to you. And that makes me caught up on the part from when we were going through the songs, and now I'm way behind in regular chat again. I'm so sorry. I see Dennis Christensen. Good morning to you. Happy Friday. He said, yay, meeting only lasted 15 minutes for Geek. Nice. That's awesome. Quick meetings are the best. He says, you know what? I want to see Foxy get 1,000. We won't have a live stream. It'll just be a members video. Geek says, that's a huge cat Jodi has.
He's a big boy.
And exactly, Christopher, I'm going to have to add another hour for the member stream. Dennis says, hello, everyone. Physical therapist just left. Strength and legs slowly progressing. Yay!
That's good news.
So happy to hear you're feeling better. This cat is literally a ball of jello right now. She's like holding me. I don't know why, but every winter she takes her pants off right here. She just No reason, no skin issue, nothing. Just I don't want fur on my belly for winter, and then she lets it grow back in the spring.
Well, that's kind of backwards.
Right? You should want to take your pants off when it's hot out. Ooh, Brandon said he'll be at the swap in April. Yay! That's going to be exciting. So we'll see you at the swap, Brandon. Alrighty. I'm just trying to catch up with chat, see if I'm missing anything. And I did miss something. Oh my goodness. Steven gifted 5 more Foxie's Fishies memberships. That puts us at 220 members. Thank you so very much for that, Stephen. I greatly appreciate that. I need to go over and open up the YouTube side because it doesn't show on the StreamYard side who those go to. And I didn't think to open the live stream before I started because I'm Roxanne. So give me one moment and I'll see who those went to. Those were gifted. Did they only go out to one person? Did I hit my limit again?
Aw, maybe they'll come through tomorrow.
Maybe. It says, and they were gifted to Denny Christensen. So I'm at 216. Yeah, he says, come on, YouTube, get it together. Well, thank you for the gifted membership, Stephen. Hopefully more follow through. But thank you so very much for that. And welcome to Shoal Denny. Let me play you a video. What shall we play for you this morning? You know what? I haven't seen Brian in a while. Thank you so very much for that, Stephen. And we'll see if the other 4 go through. I'll credit them in the community posts. So besides the fishies and the doggies and the kitties, is there any other animals that you care for?
We have 4 chickens.
Chickens! What kind? Oh,
Yeah.
Yes. What kind of chickens do you have?
They're all hens, egg layers. There's a Mystic Onyx, which is cool. That one's actually polydactyl too. She has 5 toes instead of 4.
Awesome.
That's awesome. She's our favorite. She lays the tiniest eggs. That's Cherry. That is my daughter's favorite. And then we have Chippy, who is a Bielefelder. And we named her Chippy because when she was a little day old, she had a stripe down her back that looked like a chipmunk.
Aww.
And then there are 2, Stormy and Marshmallow. But I forget what they are.
We have a bunch of chickens. I know they're mixed. I call them my zebra chickens.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're called the barred rock chickens. We also we also have Easter eggers.
I want some Easter eggers.
They are adorable. The rooster, Butch, changed the U to an I because he's mean. He's really mean. Like we have to keep them penned up now because Butch likes to specifically attack one of Brian's friends. So we have to keep him. We have to keep him locked up because he can be a little mean, but he's just protecting his ladies. Last year they had a few chicks, and one of them looked like a baby owl when it was born. It was the cutest little thing, super dark body, very light face, and it's kept that color as it's gotten bigger. So we have an owl-looking hen, and I don't know what she is. I guess she's just a mutt, but she's so pretty. She's so very pretty. Brian informed me that we don't have Kalitawa, so I don't know what the hell fish I was saying. I don't know. They were over here. I can't remember what those were. I don't know what I'm thinking of then. So we still need the Kalitawas as well. And good morning, Amisa, My Fish Tanks Aquatics. I've missed so many people. I'm so far behind in chat. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm of zero help.
No, it's fine. I'm just a hot mess all on my own. Alishon says, Rosario Bosmani are spectacular. They truly are beautiful coloration. He would bring them to North Jersey meetings in the area to pet shops. They are stunning. I like how colorful they get at such a young age. Like they just like look like baby Bosmanis, and they're already breeding too. So it's crazy how young and how colorful, how young they can breed and how colorful they get at a young age. It's crazy. Take a breath. So Brian listed the rainbows that we have. Thank you, honey. Are Abe's, Lacourts, Kamakas, Blythe Rivers, Golden, the Decay. That's the one I was thinking of. The Goldie Eye Decay, Ceres Creek, the Rads, Papon Creek, and the Papows. So those are all of our current rainbow fish at the moment. And they're all big uns, but they're beautiful. And then he said misspelled most of them. Good morning, Jay Oliver and Guppies. Thank you for joining us. So I hear that you are considering doing a pond outside.
I would really like to.
And what kind of pond do you want to do? Do you want to do like the tubbing pond thing? You want to do an in-ground pond?
I think probably just the tubbing for this year. When we actually moved into this house in 2016, there was an in-ground pond here.
Mm-hmm.
The previous owners did not take very good care of it. And there was probably, I don't know, somewhere between 30 and 50 goldfish. And the pond itself was only like 6 foot wide and 4 foot deep.
Oh, wow.
It was way overstocked. And at that point, we didn't have any knowledge.
I can smell that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was gross. I remember when we dug it out, we were still finding goldfish in the sludge. There was like 2 to 3 feet of sludge in the bottom of it. It was just nasty. And so we have a local cemetery around that always has a pond, 2 ponds going. So we donated the goldfish to them. And as far as I know, they lived happily ever after there. But that was also almost 8 years ago.
Yeah. So they've probably made more of themselves by then. And goldfish,
I'm sure,
live a really long time if they're cared for properly. And they're okay in the genetic department. As long as they can vary their genetics, they can live a very long time.
Yeah. So someday I think we'll go back for an indoor pond, but perhaps indoor. How about in ground?
Well, indoor ponds are cool too.
Yeah, I'd like to have one of those too. I'd like to have it all, but in time.
Yeah.
In time. I got to keep telling myself that. Baby steps.
So when you do your in-ground pond, what would you like to stock it with?
Oh.
Right? It's so hard.
It is hard. It's really hard. And much like you, it gets really cold in the winter. So whatever we put out there, I'd like to be able to leave it out if at all possible. It'd have to be at least 5 to 6 foot deep here. I don't know what zone you are. We're 5A. We regularly get
we're
negative 20 or better.
We have been upgraded to 5A. We're 4A. But
Gotcha.
our pond outside, Brian has that dug down to 7 feet, and it stays a few feet liquid enough, like warm enough in the bottom for the fish to find throughout the year, and that's just groundwater.
Right.
So you do well with that.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Funk. Happy birthday to you. But yeah, that would be really, really cool. Now, are you going to stop at one in-ground pond, or are you going to do more?
If we do an in-ground, it'll probably just be one. But I have lots of places I can put tubs.
Yeah, the pictures that you sent me of your garden, absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
Do you sleep? Because you are so active. You have so many things going on, time-consuming things. They're all perfect. When do you
they're not perfect. You just got the good pictures.
When do you have time to sleep with all the amazing things that you do?
Oh my gosh. Well, I go to sleep usually around 9, whether I want to or not.
Yeah.
And then I get up at anywhere between 3 and 4:30. It just kind of happens. 4:30 is the latest I sleep. I don't know. I mean, it's time traveling from 9 a.m. to whatever time I wake up. I don't hear anything anymore. I used to be a light sleeper. Now I sleep like a rock. You
Yeah.
couldn't wake me if you tried.
Well, that's good that you're getting at least more solid sleep now, but
Yeah.
not everybody needs a lot of sleep. Like sometimes I could sleep really, really good, and other times I have not been sleeping good the past 2 months. But even like my dad, like when growing up, my dad would only sleep on average like 3 hours a day and be fine. And I'd be like, how do you function?
I used to do that.
Some people just need different amounts of sleep. Welcome in 3G. Thank you for joining us. Happy Friday to you. Xanadu says the Kalitawas are spectacular, but all rainbows are amazing. They really are.
Yeah.
All rainbows are amazing, but Kalitawas are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Definitely check out those Blythe Rivers. We got those as an accidental rainbow. We ordered Corey's, and they mixed up our order and sent us those.
Oh.
Not angry about it at all. They that's why I say there are accidental rainbows, because I wouldn't have never thought to look them up. But now that they're older and the males come into flare, they are breathtakingly beautiful. I mean, when we ordered them and they sent us the wrong fish, they made it right. They said, keep these fish. Here's your fish. We're so sorry. So that's not a problem. I'm saying they're accidental fish, and they are stunning accidental fish. I'm so very happy with them. So if you get it, maybe I can bring them up and I can show you a photo of them now, at least from Google's standpoint.
Yeah. Not real rainbows, just the pseudomoguls are one of my other favorites, the luminatus. They're so pretty.
They really
Even the
are.
females look good, and well, thanks to the light on that tank, they glow. It is so neat.
I like the little rainbow fish too. We had a bunch of them, different types, but they never spawned for us. So I don't think the little ones do the best for us here, but the big ones, the true guys, they go no problem for us. So they seem to really like our water. But that very first one, the Blythe River, that's where we got them from, with Sydney's Angels, and that's true to how they look.
That's where I'd like to get the Kalitawas from.
Yeah, Sydney has really good stock. We've gotten the not Kalitawas, the Blights. We got the Triliniatis Corys from there, and there was one other. We got one other one, something from there. I don't remember what it is, but he has excellent genetics. So we are very picky about where we get our fish from, and Sydney's Angels is one of the places we get our fish from. So highly recommend him. You won't be disappointed.
I was about to order them, and they were out of stock. Well, they were down to one left.
Goodness. If you message them, he might have some more he can scare up for you, because if he has a low number, but if you message him, he'll let you know if he has extra he can send you. Very sweet guy.
Yeah, we've been emailing back and forth on occasion about the hill streams, because he was setting up a tank for his too.
Yeah. Did I read did I click? I think I missed this earlier for you. I did save it. Christopher said that he found that softer water triggers my Galeris. Also, the males try to breed long before they are fertile. Galeris are one of the killifish that take forever to mature.
Oh, maybe that's part of the problem.
So I was looking
for the soft water, two, the maturity.
Yeah. I was looking for that comment forever back. I was like, I know I saw it. Where is it? And I finally found it. So I'm apologize, Christopher. That was from 9:23 and it's 10:04.
Well, thank you. I'll have to keep that in mind. Our water softener just broke, which presented an opportunity to get an RO unit. So I'll have some good softer water here soon.
And thank you for joining us, Noelle. She says, bye, everyone. Have to run and take the youngest teen son into his doctor's appointment. Nice to meet you finally, Jodi P.
Thank you.
Yes, and we'll be ending it here soon. I'm so far behind. Oh, sorry. I feel so bad. I feel really bad. Chat is flying this morning. Christopher says, true cork is okay, but breaks down fast. Oh, for the offer these spawning mops. Yeah. For rainbows, the spawning mops is truly the way to go.
You mentioned you have eyelash yarn.
Yes, I use eyelash yarn for some of the spawning mops, but for most of them, we use the green acrylic. But the longfin panda cories and the simless cories really love the eyelash yarn. Simless cories.
I have. Oh,
no,
sorry.
No, go ahead.
I said I have. Oh, sorry again. I have some eyelash yarn that I got off Amazon, but it is just crap quality. So I'm curious where you get yours.
Amazon.
Gotcha.
But you have to go by brand. It's best to go by a better name brand. If you get the cheaper brands, they're typically going to be the ones that fall apart. I can't think of the last brand name I bought, but I can check on Amazon and I can text it to you later if you would like.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Because that one seems to stay well together. But with eyelash yarn, I've learned, unlike the other yarn where we can wash it and boil it and it'll be fine again, eyelash yarn is kind of like one and done. It's very hard to clean afterwards. The fish don't want to use it after you boil it because it gets weird. So if it's a fish you want to spawn, you use the eyelash yarn, just know that you can't reuse that mop because they won't like it after that.
Okay.
But it works really good. The simless cories are sand spawners, so they like to lay their eggs in the sand and they like to go underneath the eyelash yarn to do it. The panda cories liked the texture of hair algae. They like to stick their eggs to little hair algae strings, and we don't like to keep hair algae in the tank because they'll get caught up in it. But when eyelash yarn is wet, it has the same feeling, the same texture as hair grass. So that's why the longfin pandas really like that. So we were getting a couple before that. I got the notion they like hair algae and this. Oh yeah, that feels like hair algae. Let's try this. And boom, we had a ton of babies from that. So that worked. So one synapse in my brain worked one time and it did a good thing. Scotty says, wait, goes to sleep at 3 a.m. or wakes up at 3 a.m.? She wakes up at 3, Scotty.
Yeah, a couple nights ago, my daughter's home sick from school right now. So a couple nights ago, she went out to the couch and laid down at 1 a.m. And I woke up at 3 to her going, "Oh, Frisco, no!" And then heard the dog puke all over the kennel. So that was the start to the day that day. They've been finding some interesting things outside.
Yeah. Same with Shane. Dogs will eat the things that they are not supposed to eat and then come in and barf it up on your favorite carpet or wherever.
Isn't that? Yeah.
Or
he did that the other night on the carpet too. Mulberries is something else that will make them upchuck a lot and scare the crap out of you because it is red.
Yeah.
Very red.
That would be scary. Oh, Brian reminded me of the Lacourts, the Rosario Lacourt Bosmani are from Sydney's as well. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. He's my brain today. Brian is my brain. Steven says, good Lord, how does Jodi stay awake from Extreme?
I don't always. Sometimes I wake up to my name being called on the wheel, not winning.
Aw. Did you get a sincere sorry? Oh, no.
I try. Sometimes it's a quick little cat nap. That's why, I don't know. I do my best, but I can't stay up for most people's streams when they're at night.
Yeah.
They just, once I sit down, usually I'm toast. I'm done.
It seems like I used to have no issue staying up all night. I was a night owl for the longest time. And then it's like just the past couple of years, 9:30 hits and my eyelids feel like concrete has been poured into them. I cannot. I'll be sitting here like this. My brain is wide awake, but my eyes cannot stay open anymore.
Yeah, I don't have a choice if I sit down and usually it's about 8:30. It's just a big wave of fatigue and I'm done. Then about 10 o'clock, my husband wakes me up on the couch and says, okay, time for bed.
All right, let's go to sleep, honey.
Yeah.
And welcome in, Swiffle. Thank you for joining us. Happy Friday to you. I'm trying to see we missed anything, because I know we're over time already. I don't want to hold you any longer. Fish Capades, hello, welcome in. Steven says, mermaid pubes. It's what makes the eggs hatch better, Steven. I don't know what those, I don't know if it's like a random cat hair that falls in there or like a corgi fur. Last egg watch, not this axolotl one, but the green lasers, they were like tiny little purple filamental hairs. I don't know where they come from, but Chad has nicknamed them mermaid pubes. So the mermaid pube lands is going to be a good hatch. Oh my goodness. Is that something that you'd be interested in someday, is doing like an egg watch for some of your eggs?
Yeah, absolutely. Someday when I have eggs to show.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Definitely have to get you into either like an egg spawn or an egg placer. Cories are the easiest. Those digital microscopes are super cheap, super simple. And I really think you'd love watching your babies develop. It's so much fun. It really is.
Absolutely. I could sit and watch forever. There are times I go down into the fish room and I'm like, I'm going to get this, and this done. And then I see the hill streams playing on the rocks and I manage to not get anything done.
Exactly. Sometimes they just suck you in. And good morning.
They do. They get me a lot. Or if I know that I've got the year of platy about to give birth, I'll sit there and try and get video of it and get nothing done again and not have a video to show, because eventually they just go hide.
Yeah. I have the problem of where if I see something really cool happening and I haven't seen that before, I'll just sit there and watch. And I should get my camera out, but I don't. But like the first time I ever saw like a shrimp sitting, like going around the aquarium and letting off her shrimplets, it was like a magical experience for me. So I didn't want to like ruin it for myself.
Yeah.
And get everything together to like just get it in time for her to let off her last like little shrimplet, and I missed the whole experience. I'm like, next time, I'll catch it next time for video for people. So Jenna says, our cat always makes sure to run to a section of rug or blanket to throw up. Never run to why?
It's never on tile.
Yes, exactly. I saw it was a little comic the other day. It was like the cat was feeling nauseous downstairs, running all through the house, ends up on the bed, is like, oof, made it on time, and throws up on the bed. Why is that? What they always need to throw up in comfort. Seems to be. And Wendy says, so when you're saying his breeding, it's all about the hair is trimmed. It's about the hair that falls on the eggs. And Branton says, tune in to McStreamy tonight to watch Branton win the wheel.
Good luck.
You got to be pink though, right? Branton to win the wheel. Boots. Let's see. I think I'm pretty much caught up. Monster Fish Gal says, when this happens, can I pick time of hatch?
Absolutely.
What?
6 is my lucky number. Pick 6.
You want to sit there for 6 days? I was going to say, if you want your life to live, don't let Lori pick a hatch time. Your skin will eventually fuse to the chair with the dates that she picks. Oh my goodness, did I miss something from Auntie June? She said she might have Oscars. Oh my goodness.
Exciting.
Congratulations. I hope they do phenomenal for you, because we need some. I've been waiting for June to spawn her Oscars so we can get some June Oscars. And that's what I'm going to call them too, June Oscars. And Geek Boy just says, because cats. That's what cats do, just because cats.
And dogs.
3G says, Jodi, you are kin to Stephen and Jenna P. Please not. What? Jimmy, what? Please not Jimmy P. You are kin. You can't. Why can't we be family?
Oh.
What? I'm confused.
Because of the P.
Oh. Hey, my last name's P for a little bit longer. There's a bunch of peas in the fish dam.
There is.
The water's getting a little yellow in here. And Lori says that's why the Laudel hasn't hatched yet. Oh, you guys are too much. Oh my goodness. Well, we are 15 minutes over time. I'm sure you have the pea power your nights.
Today's kind of an off day, so I don't have anything going on.
Oh, that's good. So we can keep you here for
Mhm.
another 4 hours and 10 minutes if you don't mind.
You betcha.
And that's how we know you're from the Midwest. You betcha.
Yeah, I actually spent 5 years in Wisconsin too.
Yeah. Did you learn
Yep.
about hot plates, hot dishes when you were here? Or has that always been a thing for you?
It's kind of always been a thing. Just, I'm originally from Iowa. I actually live 2 miles from where I grew up.
Oh, that's cool.
And it is. But yeah, I lived in Wisconsin for about 5 years between Green Bay and Oconto. So I need to this year become what?
That 5 years
That's
in
August
Wisconsin on
2nd.
purpose.
You bet. But I did come back home. It was really hard to be away from family. My mom is here, and I had one daughter while I was living in Wisconsin, and then when I moved home, I met my husband now, and he actually adopted my oldest. So he's not biologically her father, but then we have one together also. So I have Anna and Addie, and they are polar opposite kids.
Usually the second kid is the hellion and the first kid is the nervous, anxious
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yep. Anna better be happy she was born first, because she sure shit wouldn't have been if Addie was.
It's usually like the second sibling. It seems to see that the first sibling's doing that. It's like, you know what? I need to help them. I wonder if that's how it goes. I don't know because okay. I'm one of 6. I'm number.
Wow.
I'm 3 in the line of 6. So 1, 2, I'm the third one born. My 2 older sisters are 8 and 9 years older than me. So though I'm like technical middle by age, I'm kind of like the oldest. So it gets a little confusing. So
Yeah.
I was like the mom kid and also the kid that acted out a little bit when I was super young. So
Yeah.
it falls in between.
I'm the baby of 3.
Oh yeah. So you should be the badassest one of them all.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Or they're ones that are in charge usually.
I'm sorry. I have a cat here in my mouth.
That's how it goes. You have animals that they're usually part of your mouth.
Yeah. Ralph really likes to share his.
I love when we'll be gone for a few days and just randomly there's like a corgi fur I find in my mouth. And I'm like, I gotta get it out in days.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And Jenna says, unless Brian wants to feel the power and take Roxanne's last name.
Ooh.
I'm okay with being a Peplin. Don't mind that. But yeah, I am originally from PA. I grew up, was born and raised there. I moved to Long Island for a few years, and I moved back to PA. And then I moved here almost, June. The end of June will be 4 years that I've been here. So before that, I never heard of a hot dish. It's just a casserole, y'all. Usually some type of with potatoing and beef in it. But yeah, there's a you betcha. There's when people are ready to leave the house, they say, I suppose.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, I suppose that's common.
Yeah, so I'm still picking up on some of the Wisconsinites, the Midwestern slang stuff, but I'm sure I'm missing a whole bunch. And there's also oofta.
Oh yeah, that's very common. Or ending every you ask somebody a question and add or no.
Or no.
Or yeah.
Well, for PA, would it be or no or oh yeah? It would be ana because it means the same thing. Ana. I'm trying really hard not to say that anymore. So no more ana, isn't it? Do you want or?
Yeah.
PA has their own language too. Like Pennsylvanians don't say mine; they say Mayan. It's 2 syllables in PA.
Huh.
That is Mayan. Mayan is possessive. So yeah, it's crazy across the country how it could be. But all right, it is 10:20. CRP Fish, Cheryl, welcome in.
Hi, Cheryl.
Us. Geek says hot dish was Rico's nickname in college. Christopher says, I only have one daughter and one son. Even that felt like 10 kids.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So don't forget about them fingers too. Yes, guys, please hit the like button if you have not yet, but we're going to be heading out for this morning. Jodi, I want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning. I know not a lot of questions were asked, but it was just
That's okay.
hangout stream. So thank you so very much for showing us your beautiful face, for hanging out with me, and for all of the support you've been giving to all of the channels across the Fish Fam community. You are amazing, and we are so incredibly blessed to have you amongst the show. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, and thank you for having me. And you know, everybody is just so nice, and everybody else is generous in multiple ways, and it's nice to be part of a community that seems to take care of each other.
Yeah,
So
it
I just
really
like to try and contribute.
I would have to say the Fish Fam is like the best community I've ever found myself a part of. You guys brought me back from sickness, helped me with build my fishy room. I found Peplin in the Fish Fam, and this year I get to marry my best friend. So the Fish Fam has brought me so much love and support and comfort and helped me blossom. And I'm just so very happy that you found the show too, because it's going to do incredible things for you, just like you're doing incredible things for everyone amongst the show as well. So blessed for you, Jodi. Thank you for spending your time with us this morning. Guys, thank you for hanging out with us. We'll see you next Thursday on the Hot Mess Express. I'll give you updates on the axolotls as they're hatching out. Jodi P, is there anywhere you're going to be streaming next that people can find you?
I have no idea. Oh, well, I take that back. I did tell Kelly and Steven that I would join them on Wet Your Plants sometime.
Nice. So look forward to seeing Jodi P and What's Your Plans. That's awesome.
We got to get Mike from All Things Fish to let me come over and see his CO2 setup in person.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Gotta wait. Foxie won
For
me
the
on
tank behind me.
That distracted me. Yes, but yes, I'll get Mike. So total brain fart. Scheduled. I know Mike gets busy a lot.
He does.
It was so nice to put your beautiful face and smile to your words,
Aw,
Jodi.
thank
Yes,
you.
it was so nice to meet you, and we'll be meeting you eventually at the Quad City Fish Swap. So very excited about that. But,
me too. I'm especially excited. It's on the 6th. I think I have a little lady who would be desperate to go to that.
Yes. Oh my goodness. It's going to be so excited. I get to give you and her a hug in person. If you guys need a refuge in there, you can always come hide behind her table if you need a spot.
Okay. Oh, by the way, you should be getting something this evening.
This evening?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will keep a lookout for that. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
I'm still kind of curious because I think I know, but I'm not quite sure. But I'm so excited. So thank you again, guys. Thank you for joining us. I hope you have a phenomenal Friday and a fantastic weekend. Remember to call your loved ones, check in on them if you're lucky enough to have them close. Give them hugs and kisses and squeezes. Because today is a gift, the present. So go for it, spread some love. And if while you're at it, guys, plant a seed of kindness, because the world can use so much kindness, and a beautiful bed of loveliness can begin right at you. So go for it, spread some love and some kindness. We'll see you around the show. Thank you, Jodi. You guys have a great day. Love you all. Mwah.
Thank you.
Bye.